Hello again, this is Chris, G4NAB, with an update to SvxLink. Some of you may have already read the article that I had published in the RSGB journal, RadCom, but that is already slightly out of date, so I'm hoping to update it by means of this episode. Now what you see here is the actual portal and database which takes its information from the SvX reflector. This is publicly viewable, but not upon the link that I had published originally, because things are still in a state of evolution or revolution, who knows. So just to clarify, that the link that you require to put in your browser is portal.svxlink.uk:81, and that will take you to this view here. Just give you a bit of an explanation on what's happening in front of you. You can see that some of the information is changing as you are viewing the screen. These are all the stations that are currently connected to the main portal, the main SvX reflector. And amongst those are some stations which have been forwarded on using SvX bridges from the Yorkshire net, where my good friends Lee M0YDG and Josh M0DIT have taken hold of SvxLink version 24.2.1 and run with it quite successfully. So they are creating links to their own network in Yorkshire, mainly most of their repeaters and a few other enticing bits of information, and they have wanted to link their system with here. As it stands at the moment, we have got 32 clients on this SvX reflector, and probably about 20 or so on the Yorkshire net reflector. So what you see is not exactly what you get. Just as an explanation on most of the information that's shown here is that you will have call signs on the left hand side, talk groups either fixed or called upon in the next column, whether somebody is speaking in the next column, and the monitored talk groups that each station has decided to listen to if there is any activity upon the whole reflector. This means that we can view all what's going on. I say that you were using talk groups. They are pseudo talk groups. They are in fact UDP ports connected to talk groups. I have chosen the DMR Brandmeister talk group structure to use so it keeps it tidy. Mainly because one of the talk groups that you can see illuminated at the moment is HubNet, which across all the DMR networks and various other networks is talk group 23526, so that maintains its integrity throughout the systems. Some of the connections are in fact not talk groups at all, but they are all-star links, all-star node numbers, where we have connections directly to the all-star nodes that refer to them. For example, the one that's illuminated near the top of the screen at the moment is East Coast, which is in fact the East Coast seaboard of the USA, and that is all-star node 9050. So we've given that a talk group number of 9050 so it maintains the continuity. At the top we have Boredom Net. It's not illuminated at the moment, but that is also an all-star link of 49562. Again, I've allocated that as a talk group number. It makes sense that we don't change it if it works. We also have other connections to FreedomNet 23525 and to the auction net itself 23450. This block of call signs here, so I can get them, whoops, not all of them, but there you go. From about here, G4MSF on down to GB3WK, they're all node stations linked into the system. And they are listening to, oops, I didn't mean to do that, but they will come back there. Right, these here talk groups are monitoring. If there is no activity, then they will not be live. My SvxLink, that's an extra talk group there I use for engineering purposes. GB3BD is the band barrier repeater. GB3MH is the Ashdown Forest repeater near Gatwick Airport. GB3MW is located in Warwickshire, as is GB3WK. Going on further down the list, we have the physical link to the auctionet 23450, that's the SVX bridge, and we have an independent node in Lighthorn Oak, which is just off the M40. MB7ITN is in Hertfordshire, I believe, Bedfordshire even. And we have a repeater here in Chicago, chosen to link in independently. Apologies for the noise, the window cleaner has arrived. Now 2585, which is alive here, is also another All-Star link. That's to Rochester Hams, which is Rochester, New York State. Then we have a group of Swedish stations which want to be connected here, and then we have a link back to the auctionet for talk group 235, and we have a couple of out-of-towners. We have YV8AGS-L, he's down in Caracas in Venezuela, and ZS6TJ is a link into a repeater in Johannesburg. There are more Johannesburg stations, but not online at the present time. Like a lot of people, of course, they're out at work at the moment, so why run a node when you're not home? So that basically is the face of the reflector dashboard for the portal. But we can actually look at independent stations. For example, let's look at my link here. It's a simplex node. It comes up in station information on the left hand side. Tells you about the station, how to use it if you're in the vicinity. If we go to GB3MH, we have got Ashdown Forest repeater group. It's a little mini web page which with all the information that you require to connect to the GB3MH repeater. Not everybody has taken advantage of it, but by registering on the portal you can actually add the information. But we have also a list of talk groups and who you can connect to in order to talk to at any time. And we can also look at the map of certain stations which are connected. At the moment, but again, not everybody takes advantage of the mapping. But if I just scroll with the map down to south of the country, we have got GB3WK, MP7ILH, and then we've got GB3MH. And we've got a hubnet station there, which is rather odd because it's not supposed to be there. But there you go. I'll fix that later. So that is basically the information that was missed from the from the RadCom article. Now then, I'm just going to show you some more information which has since come to light, because we've been messing about a lot on the network. This time with an HTTPS structure. It's another dashboard. This is just as informative, but without the complications of other information. This is the UK-wide SVX node monitor. And we can look at the node information. That one's East Coast is active. We can scroll down. HubNet is actually active at the moment, as is the Rochester and as is SM5GXQ. So we scroll back up to the top. We've also got node information where we can actually see it in block form, which takes up a little less room and also gives a lot more information with the location if it's programmed in, and so on. And we've also got a list of the current talk groups, active and inactive, that you can use where people were likely to monitor. And for those people who for the first time want to create their own node, we have got the facility where you can actually download an image for a Raspberry Pi. This information is supplied with instructions on how to assemble your SvxLink node. I will give you some more information in the bottom of the video as to where you can get a USB sound card dongle rather than use a manufactured or modified sound card. Now then, the other information that you require is that if you want to associate your node with the SvxLink reflector, you need to join SvxLink, and you have a registration page. The way to do this is to use your email address, your ham radio call sign. Whether or not your system is a repeater, if it is, then you'll tick yes. If it's no, it's standard no. And we need you to supply either your DMR ID number or Echolink ID number. This is only a method by which we can validate your call sign. These two systems can do that for us on our behalf without asking awkward questions. If you haven't got either of them, then get in touch with me at g4nab.ne63@gmail.com. At the moment, our own email system is broken. We shall repair it hopefully in the near future. But by clicking on this register, you will provide yourself with a password that you install into your node structure to allow yourself access to the portal. You will automatically be registered, but you do need the password at your end to enable the connection complete. So, in addition to the article, there's more information on my own website, g4nab.co.uk/SvxLink, but there's even more articles embedded within the structure where you can add various things like digital logic and also tetralogic, and so on and so forth. There is it's without limit as far as I can tell. Anyway, that's it from me. Have a good day. G4NAB out. Bye.